Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is July the 30th, 2025. We're going to be talking about NXT, ladies and gentlemen. They did have a tribute to Hulk Hogan. They did a 10-belt salute as well, because we saw the SmackDown do it with the SmackDown superstars, and they did it with Raw. Now they did with the NXT superstars, and they weren't on top of the stage. They were in the ring because it's not a big stage. Not like Raw and SmackDown is. So, yeah, that's what happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, rest in peace for Hulk Hogan. But we got some NXT to talk about. We got some things to talk about. Because we got Blake Moreau. I can't say her name right. She told Booker T what her name is, so she told him to get it right. And she exposed Jordan Grace, because you saw what happened with Jordan Grace. She got DDT on her skull, and that's why she has not showed up on NXT. But she did say that Jordan Grace is not a superstar. She's just a normal person, and she showed us some old pictures of Jordan Grace. What she looked like before. But she doesn't look like that anymore. She looks great for Jordan Grace. But like she says, that's not the person that you want to be champion, that Jordan Grace. Well, we're not getting that Jordan Grace. We're getting the Jordan Grace that we have now. But she says the championship should belong on her ways, her beautiful ways, and all that stuff. But she got interrupted by Lola Bice, saying that she wants a title shot, she wants to get it, and yeah, all that stuff. And then Jada Parker came out. She says she wants that title. She wants the NXT Women's Championship. And then we heard Jordan Grace's music, and Blake was really scared because we thought Jordan Grace would show up, but it was not Jordan Grace. It wasn't Jordan Grace, it was Kalani Jordan. Saying she's the wrong Jordan you guys are looking at, but she wants a title shot in as well. And then Blake said, Kalani issue a challenge to Blake next week. And Blake says, I guess she accepted it, and she says, I will put you in the same in the hospital bed with Jordan Grace. And then we have a brawl between all four ladies, with Lola Bice and Kalani Jordan standing tall, shaking their hips. And ladies and gentlemen, you just saw Blake trying to climb on to Jada Parker to try to help herself up. But Jada Parker said, "What are you doing?" and shoves her off. So we don't know what's going to happen there. When Jada Parker did have a match earlier, the Chase U guys, Mr. Andre Chase told them to go get to the big guys, the top dogs. So they were about to attack the tag team champions with chairs. They kind of messed that up because they were outside the locker room, but they don't know if the champions was in the locker room. So they had to check if the champion's there, and they kind of got caught. But they were still trying to do it, but Hank and Tank knew what they're going to do. And ladies and gentlemen, they said they want a shot at the tag titles, and Hank and Tank, he says, you just all you have to do is just ask. All you have to do is just ask, not attack them with chairs. So next week we will have a tag team title match. Tatum Paxley gets a shot at the Women's North American title because she pinned Zarya last week. Not the champion, but she gets a title shot. Sean Spears is the one that talked to Ava and all that stuff. They give us an update of Ricky Saints. It looks like he will be coming back soon. I believe Jordan Grace as well. Lexis King still thinks that Miles Bourne is not deaf, because how could he wrestle? You know how deaf works, right, Lexis King? He can't hear, but he could work out and be a wrestler. Like, I don't understand his logic here. He still thinks the guy can be a wrestler because he's deaf. But Miss Ava said Alexis Kane will have a match with him next week. Throughout the whole show, ladies and gentlemen, on my TV screen, I got Joe Hendry's face keep popping up on my TV screen. Nothing about Joe Hendry. He didn't show up in the show, but his face did. I don't know why, but weird things are happening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Luca was looking at the calling, and Stacks is having his problems with Yoshi, and Josh Briggs was in there too, because Yoshi is angry at Josh Briggs, what he did last week, attacking him. And Yoshi attacked Stacks, saying, I will show you honor next week. So that's happening next week as well. Any more segments? Javon had his segments. He said that he is going to go after the big dog. Trick Williams thought it was him, so he came out. He says, "Oh, you can't go for the title," like he did with the NXT title as well. But Javon Evans wasn't talking about Trick Williams and the TNA World Championship. He was talking about Obafemi and the NXT Championship. That's the top dog he was talking about. And then Wesley came out. He had some things to say. Kiss butts, Trick Williams. And all that stuff. And then we just had a brawl. Well, we got attacked by High Rise and Trick Williams against Javon Evans. After Wesley did his kick on Javon Evans, he says he's going to talk to Ava. I got the burps. He's going to talk to Ava to make a match later on tonight while Javon Evans has got kick in the head. I think that's it. So let's talk about the matches, ladies and gentlemen. We got Jasmine Nix versus Jada Parker for the Fatal Influence. Remember, they had a problem with them last week. Last Legend and Jada Parker with Fatal Influence. So Jasmine Nix was the first one up against Jada Parker. I thought it was an okay match, but the winner of that match was Jada Parker. And JC Jane is not happy about that. But Tavian Heights has one more shot to get out of the new Quarter Cash crew. So he's going to go one-on-one with Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey tried everything to keep this man down, attack his shoulder, attack the leg, submission after submission. Ren Sinclair was looking for a towel to throw in, but she couldn't find a towel. But the winner of that match was Tavian Heights, and he is out of the No Quarter Cash crew now. But I think he has a choice if he wants to be there or he doesn't want to be there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Paula Haley versus Last Legend. The winner of that match was Paula Haley because of she got helped by Nia Jax. Nia Jax showed up and attacked Last Legend because Last Legend can't stop talking about the time that she threw Nia Jax and Nikki Bella over the top rope at Evolution. And Nia is not happy about that. So, Paula Haley gets the win because of Nia Jax against Last Legend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great match. I enjoyed it. It felt like an indie wrestling match. It was a great match. Javon Evans versus Wesley. These guys go all over the place, landing on their heads, doing crazy flips. But the winner of that match was Javon Evans. And Trick Williams was on commentary. Javon Evans was celebrating. He was telling Trick something because I couldn't hear what he said. And then Obafemi on the balcony was there as well. Because Trick Williams wants to be a two-time champion like JC Jane, hold the TNA World Championship and the NXT Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our main event. Ethan Page defends his Canadian North American Championship. I think it's still called the North American title. Against Santino Marella. Santino did a good job. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and still the champion is Ethan Page. But at the end of the show, we saw Tony D'Angelo at his restaurant that he always goes with his family to get something to eat. He told the waiter that don't call me Don anymore, just call me Tony D. And he said thanks for it. He was getting ready for dinner, but there was somebody behind him. We didn't get to see who it was because the show just ended. But who in the world is Tony D'Angelo looking at? I have no idea. Could be a TNA star. I'm getting tired of summer, guys. Sweating everywhere on my body. I'm not everywhere. I don't know what I'm talking about everywhere. But I'm getting tired of this day in summer, and I know it's almost August, but it's still gonna be hot. Oh man, I'm sweating right now, and I sometimes this fan over here beside me, I have a fan. Sometimes you can see my hair moving around because of this fan. It's not really doing much because it's a fan and it's really hot outside. I got an AC on. It's not really doing much either because it's so dang hot outside. I think the sun is just beating every single coldness around me. Like, I don't like it. I don't like being hot. I want to be cold. I want to be winter. I know there's some people that like summer and people hate winter, but I'm a winter guy. I like being cold. I don't mind to be chilly. I don't mind to be freezing cold. I'd rather be that than freaking sweating, hot. I get no energy because it's hot. The sun takes all my energy out. It gets annoying. I don't even want to leave my apartment, man. I don't even want to leave my place because it's so dang hot. Every time I walk out my front door, it's hot. I don't like it. It's so hot. I'd rather hibernate for the cold weather. But I can't do that. Because I'm an adult and I got adult chores to do. I'm not happy about that because I hate being hot. I hate being sweaty, man. I don't like it, man. Look, I'm sweating right now. I'm just sitting here and I'm sweating. I'm just sitting here. I'm sweating. I'm not wearing a sweater. I'm not wearing pants. Wearing shorts. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just doing a video. How is a video making me hot? So I'm hoping summer ends soon because I understand we got a month away. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping we get more wrestlers be part of the patches. Because it's pretty cool that we got Aleister Black on the patch. And I believe we get El Grande Americano in the next patch when we get the next DLC in September. I believe so because that's how it works when they do those things. Because it's supposed to be a big patch and a big thing is happening with El Grande. If we're going to have another patch somewhere in August, I don't think El Grande will be in there. Because it was announced that he was be on September's. So it doesn't really matter. But I don't think there's going to be another wrestler happen on the next patch. I think that they're going to just do a little small ones. Things that people are complaining about. And all that stuff. Some people are complaining about their universe mode. That some universe modes you don't have matches. I never had that problem. I always had matches. When I go to the next show, I got matches. Sometimes there's automatic matches. Because sometimes it was just so blank matches for some people's shows. I don't have that problem. Not yet. But I will. One day. I want that problem. I don't know what kind of console some of these people have. I got an Xbox. I don't know his PlayStation. I really don't know. I don't know if there's a difference. I thought every glitch is on every console. So yeah, I don't know. But right now, I don't have any problems right now. My custom wrestlers still has their tattoos, their face paint and everything else. My custom arenas are good. Everything looks good, so I can't really complain about it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow for AEW results. I don't know what's happening in AEW. I really don't know. But we did, Sami Callihan put on Twitter, or on social media, that he has an announcement to make. Is he going to retire because Moose said retire? Please don't retire, man. You're still good in the ring, man. Because if he retires, that means we don't get to see him in NXT at all. Because of the partnership. I want to see it. Imagine Zilla Patu shows up on SummerSlam because the United States title is on Sunday. It's a steel cage match. There has to be some type of surprise happen in one of these matches. I think there should be one surprise in Saturdays and one surprise in Sundays, or multiple surprises. But I think Zilla Patu could be one of them. Because Jacob Patu needs more people. There's too many MFT people, and there's only Jimmy Uso and Jacob Patu. And there's going to be a steel cage. So there's a lot of things happening, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso can't help Jacob Patu because they have their own problems. They're going to be on Saturday, but I don't think they're going to help Jacob Patu and Jimmy Uso. They have their own little problems. They have their own rivalry, and they never showed up on this rivalry, so why would they show up now? So I'm hoping that we get something interesting happens. Imagine Zilla Patu shows up. I don't know if he would, because he's an independent wrestler. I don't know. I understand NXT and Evolve is allowed doing. Well, maybe not. Because I heard War Raiders are going to the Bloodsport and GCW. So has Pete Dunne. So maybe Zilla Patu could come. Because some people are doing independent wrestling bookings from main roster. Right? I believe so. It's not just NXT. I believe Natalya did it once. Shayna Baszler when she was part of WWE. So yeah, I think he's allowed, and he works for the Reality of Wrestling, Booker T's show. Booker T works for WWE, so I don't think there's gonna be a problem there. I think some main roster people showed up in Booker T's Reality of Wrestling as well. I think Natalya showed up. So I think he's okay. I believe he's okay if he shows up in WWE. I hope he shows up. I think that would be cool for him. Both of Umaga's sons will be in there. Well, Solo is not the son of Umaga. That's Rikishi's son. I say Solo is the son of Umaga because he does the Samoan Spike. That's not Umaga's son. That's Rikishi's son. I think Umaga had another son, right? There's so many Samoans. So many of that family, I don't know who's who. Whose sons and whose fathers. Who is the parent and who is the kid. I don't know. I know Zilla Patu is Umaga's. Because he said that he was Umaga's. And I believe Solo is Rikishi's because he's the younger brother of the Usos. And the Usos is the sons of Rikishi. So that means Solo has to be the son of Rikishi. But I thought somebody said that he was another... Because Tamatoga and Tongalo is the sons of Haku. Is Hikaleo another son of Umaga? Let's look this up before I end this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I just seen on Twitter right now that Vince McMahon was in a car crash. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Why I always thought it was an E in there? It's an I. Oh, so he's a Haku as well, because his siblings is Tamatoga and Tangaloa. His father is Tamatoga, Tangaloa, and Balakbeo is his cousin. But who's Umaga's sons? I am so confused. Why am I always confused with these things? Okay, so does it tell me his sons, spouse, children? Okay, so it tells me that he has 4 children, including Zillapa 2. So maybe the other 3 is not wrestlers. I guess so. Because Zillapa 2, does it tell me who is his siblings? No, it just tells me parents. So I'm guessing, this is my guess, is that his other kids, Umaga, his other 3 kids are not wrestlers, except for Zillapa 2. I totally thought somebody said they're the son of Umaga. I thought it was in WWE. I thought so, but I guess I was wrong. I thought so. Maybe it's somebody that was in WWE, but it wasn't a big name, like Manu. Remember Manu from Legacy? And that Snuka guy? I forgot, Snuka? Something like that? It wasn't Jimmy Snuka, it wasn't Tamina, it was Sim Snuka? He didn't last long in the Legacy. Even Manu did not really last long. Cody Rhodes and DiBiase did, but Manu and Sim Snuka didn't. So yeah, I thought I knew what I was trying to say here, but it was only Zillapa 2. I guess he's the only wrestler of Umaga's kids. That's my guess, because normally when it's a wrestler, it will tell me who's their parents on Wikipedia. So I don't know. Maybe I do more checking research, but I don't think I will, because I don't think I will bring this up again. But I'm hoping Zillapa 2 shows up sometime in the WWE. I don't care if it's in NXT. I don't care. I'm hoping it's on main roster. Imagine him helping Jigapatu. So I'm hoping that we get something surprising on SummerSlam. It's SummerSlam. It's like WrestleMania. It needs some surprise. And it's a 2-night one, man. There has to be something. Right? I think there's something. Maybe somebody helps Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. But why would they need that if it's 2-on-2? Seth Rollins is not going to come back. Or they brought a third person join in this team. Maybe that's an idea. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!